Heavy Shreddin is brutal.
Sure.
This game might kick your ass more than learning how to snowboard. Before all the other snowboarding games, there was Heavy Shreddin. Let's take it back to where it all began. I've snowboarded all over the world, and now I'm on a mission to uncover the greatest snowboarding video games of all time. This is Shred Retro. In the late 80s, snowboarding was that rebellious counterculture sport your parents really just didn't understand. It was popping up in documentaries and in extreme sports films, but it hadn't really fully hit the mainstream yet. Ski movies like Warren Miller's White Magic in 1987 gave us early glimpses of snowboarders sneaking into the then ski-dominated world. Wild, scrappy, and totally punk rock. And right around that time, you had TB1, Totally Bored, drop in 1990, the exact same year as Heavy Shreddin. You can see the style overlap. It was a vibe. By the mid-1990s, snowboarding had exploded into pop culture, thanks to the rise of X Games. Every kid wanted to trade in their skis for a board.
Hey, new Nintendo game, Heavy Shreddin, hot snowboard action.
Sure.
Hey, the widow run, yow! Shredding the half pipe, rocket air! Yo, totally vertical! Yahoo! Hand plant, awesome! Kamikaze snowboarder, yo! I'm carving this baby.
The new Heavy Shreddin game for your Nintendo Entertainment System.
It is hot.
Let's take a look at Heavy Shreddin on a Nintendo Entertainment System. Heavy Shreddin really is the 90s dad of snowboarding games. It's really cheeky, a lot mean, but at the same time full of weird charm. And you really feel in every pixel that it was the first console snowboarding game. It's really brutal, roasting you while it's punishing you, with the challenge level that I would say makes even a tough game like Dark Souls feel like a snow day. From the start, Heavy Shreddin looks like it should be a blast. You drop your board, strap in, and you're ready to shred. Until you hit your first tree, or mogul, or gate. Then you see that game over screen, again, and again. I can only imagine how many kids saw that awesome box art, begged their parents for it, took it home, popped it in, and immediately regretted everything.
Looks like someone to play with.
Then let's play hardball.
Look out, new brains!
But here's the thing, if you stick with it, or let's be real, if you use an online guide, you start to get it. You figure out the rhythm, the quirks, the sweet spots, and suddenly, it's actually kind of fun. Dare I say, good?
Thanks.
Now here's the catch though. There's no save system. So even if you start to master it, one game over sends you all the way back to do it all over again. And that's really what drains most of the fun. And that's why I switched from the NES to using an Analogue Pocket. With save states, it's just way more fun. You can practice the later levels and actually make progress. Once I made that jump, the game went from frustrating to pretty addictively fun. Dodging trees, nailing tricks, speeding through slaloms. It becomes a fast-paced pick-up-and-play rush. For a 1990 NES title, the controls are actually kind of cool. So you've got A to jump and B to tuck for speed. And then jump plus the D-pad really, initiates your tricks. So basically when you're jumping, up is a toe grab, down is a hand plant, left is a mule kick, and right is a 360 spin. And you'll need those moves to survive the 5 main event types. First you have downhill, right? So beating the clock, and tricks give you speed. Slalom, hit all the gates, miss one, and you're done basically. Half pipe, you gotta build speed, stack tricks, and progress. Moguls, jump the bumps or trick over the bumps. I don't know any snowboarders that like moguls. And then you have backwoods, lastly, just survive the chaos, right? One word design choice. The trails are like reversed, so green is usually at the bottom and black at the top. Anyone who's been snowboarding or skiing would immediately spot that, although the game is hard all around. So here's the verdict. It's got charm. It laid the foundation for future snowboarding games. The music slaps for NES standards. It's a decent arcade-style challenge if you're willing to suffer a little or use save states. But also, it's punishing for new players. It's brutal for new players, really. No save system kills replayability. The early levels might make you rage quit even before it gets fun. This game could have been a classic. It just made a few critical mistakes that held it back. Still, if you want to experience the roots of snowboarding games, Heavy Shreddin is worth the ride. Just bring a helmet. If you're loving this journey through snowboarding video game history, smash that like, drop a comment with your favorite retro board game, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next drop. I'm Ian, this is Shred Retro, and we've only just begun carving this mountain. See you next run.
When we first opened the mountain for snowboarding and people had heard that snowboarding would be allowed at Squaw, I think some of the old timers, it's like anything, change, sometimes it's just not, change is not always readily acceptable to some people. But for the most part, I think that what they found unacceptable was, let's say, the dress or hairstyle or whatever, things that really don't count.